Good morning. I hope everybody is having, a great week. I'm shuffling through my inner union cards, my handmade cards. I also threw some affirmation cards in here, but we already have a card that flew out, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it. It is Heaven Within. Inner union as the new earth. Heaven begins within me and flows outward. Heaven begins within me and flows outward. Heaven begins within me and flows outward. Okay, I thought this was going to be a short video, but apparently I need to show you some things. So this is really big because I used to identify myself as a Christian for a very long period of time. And in Christianity, there's an idea that you go outside of yourself for all these different things, right? There is not a concept where, people are being taught to understand and read energy, to understand and read, talk to spirits or talk to your soul. That's not taught. It's not even understood, right? So unfortunately, there's this habit of going outside of you. You go outside of yourself and you pray, and there's this idea that you're going to God to pray, that heaven is waiting for you and you have to go to it, or you're waiting to get to it, that you are somehow separated as a human with a spirit inside of you. You're somehow separated from God when you sin, and we're constantly sinning, quote unquote sinning. So we're always somewhat separated, so we have to constantly repent, which keeps you in this perpetual cycle. This idea that it just keeps going and going is what I'm really saying, and it's really quite sad because that person doesn't have the people that are embodying that presence that is being taught. You do end up going through a cycle where you actually are not able to evolve past a certain point because you are going outside of yourself. You're not necessarily remembering who you are, which is what this earth journey is about. It's about remembering who you are as a soul, remembering and connecting with your mission, not the mission that everybody else has, the mission that you came here for specifically. It is not this paint the town red mission, everybody goes and shares your faith. That is not your specific mission, your specific reason. It might be for some people, and it might be for some time periods, but we evolve as people. So it's important for us to step forward into the opportunity to evolve. And when someone realizes that God, that universe, that all of that exists within your heart center and within your multidimensional heart space, your evolution starts to speed up. We're all psychic. We all have this natural ability because we are spirit people. We are spirit people. We are spirit people. We are not humans, okay? And the more that we identify with the human, we identify with the human struggle, the more that we kind of drift away from that divine essence that rests within us, So when you start to understand those things, you start to go within your heart space and pull, and then naturally that energy comes out of you and spreads to the world. Heaven is within you, and then it flows outward. You know what I mean? I think that this might be difficult for some people to kind of understand or even consider in thought, because they've not been taught this way. It's much easier to just rely on what you know. And if you're comfortable staying where you are, that's your choice, your life, it's your experience. But there are many people who pass on and then they're like, oh my God, I missed the whole point of why I went to Earth, and I didn't do the thing that I needed to do. Or, it's just, and then I don't want to get into all of that, but it doesn't feel good when you are not able to connect with your mission, your soul purpose, your reason for existing. And when you start to venture that way, your heart starts to kind of open itself up. That heart wall that you've been holding, we all have heart walls, it starts to break. And then you're like, oh my God, what is this energy I'm feeling? And then you start realizing that it's actually you. You are the energy. You are God. You are this divine universal intelligence that has been incarnated into a human body, into a human vessel, because you have a mission here, because you have a purpose here. And this is a really big conversation. It really should be like some type of workshop, But if you resonate and you have a thought, drop it down. If you have an idea, a question, you want to talk a little bit more about this, talk about your experience with different institutions of thought and how, you might want to allow your brain and your mind to expand your experiences. We are in a time of evolution. So go ahead and contact me if you'd like. I'd love to talk more about this kind of stuff and about my particular journey, because I had a very interesting journey. I was a Christian in a non-denominational church since I was about 9 years old till, probably 2019, 2020. And there was a lot of different things that helped me to kind of slowly detach, but I would say I wasn't able to fully detach until COVID. So I actually am grateful to COVID, because it really gave me an opportunity to kind of push forward, push through, and kind of go on the nudges that I've been given. So I'm always here to chat if you want to chat. And I hope you guys have a great day.